You won't want to start the year without hearing this. Forget what you know. 2026 is a reset year, a real one. Major shifts in tech, how you think, and what you believe. Every sign will feel the pressure. It's not subtle. So let's break down what 2026 has in store for you. If 2025 felt like you were holding your breath, waiting for clarity, stability, or relief, you are not imagining it. Last year was about endurance. 2026 is about movement, but only if you're willing to change how you move. Welcome to Astro ROI. I'm Catherine Cartini, Astro Coach Kate. January and February come in hot. Conversations speed up. Decisions can't be postponed. You might feel pushed to speak up or start something new or finally deal with whatever you've been avoiding. The energy is exciting. It can also be overwhelming if you don't pace yourself. By late February and March, reality checks hit. Old habits, work patterns, health routines, and relationships all get tested. You might feel foggy, emotional, or stretched thin. It's not a setback, it is a reboot. Your body's going to give you feedback, so pay attention. Spring marks a turning point. New skills, smarter tools, and fresh ideas start to change the game. Curiosity replaces fear if you let it. Mid-year slows things down on purpose. You'll revisit earlier decisions and get honest about what isn't working. Discipline will matter more than motivation now. What's solid gets stronger, what's shaky gets torn down. Late summer and fall, turn up the volume again. Relationships and money take center stage. Some connections will deepen, others reach a breaking point, especially if values and lifestyle don't match. Avoiding the truth won't work. Choosing to work with the truth will. By the end of 2026, you'll know exactly where you want to commit. Relationships directly impact quality of life, do they not? This is when it becomes clear who's worth your time, money, and energy. But this year is not about surviving chaos like 2025 was. It's about learning how to work with the change without sacrificing your health, peace, or future. This is the year when health truly becomes wealth. So before I share forecasts for your sun, moon, and rising signs, I want to tell you what I've been working on behind the scenes. Our new Health is Wealth series and community. Each month I break down one major astrological event and I show you the where, when, and how it could impact your health. You can buy episodes individually or subscribe and get 50% off every month. Each episode includes my Astro Biohacks, science-backed superfood recipes paired with precise timing to create simple and efficient meal plans. Food is magic. If you're new here, I also post highlight reels on YouTube and Instagram for each sign and event. I like to have fun with them. December's theme was holiday movies. My brother even appreciated that Die Hard made the list, so yippee-ki-yay. And if you'd like to train with me one-on-one, I have 60-minute readings available and ongoing coaching packages. Many clients use our sessions to create new to full moon game plans. We reverse engineer goals using the SMART goal methodology. So sustainable, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Thank you again for being here and supporting this work. I believe astrology can be used as a practical tool for big decisions, and I believe I'm meant to help people recover from stress, burnout, and major life pivots. Now, here's a little taste of what's happening in 2026. Aries, 2026 starts quiet, but the pressure is still undeniable. There's a trust issue. Certain people or your big plans might feel shaky or unsustainable. If your friends or group projects feel off, you'll need to decide who's on your team. This is ongoing for the next 20 years, but in 2026, a sudden change in your income or expenses tied to your contact list. Make it clear. Security and stability require boundaries. Just say no. Since last year, your health has been a priority, mental and physical. It's not worth running yourself ragged, right? You're simplifying, trying your best not to overwork or clean up other people's messes. Now, here's one though. Have you finally given yourself permission to rest without guilt? March is specifically health focused. Cut back on hours, Stop overgiving and close the door on drama. It's literally not worth the stress. Mid-year, you could fill the space with travel, study, or self-development. Alone time will help you remember who you were before survival mode kicked in. Take time for yourself before summer hits. Your friendships will be demanding. Group expectations will be high, or your lover or kids will compete for your attention. It's uncomfortable at best. You might have to choose between what the group wants and what makes you happy. If you're still overgiving, you will get checked in August during eclipse season. November is another time to watch. Your personal life, dating, hobbies, children is at odds with your social life. With the nodes of fate involved, your happiness needs to come first. You can't please all of the people 100% of the time. Stop tormenting yourself. The aches have probably been unbearable at times. In February, the Great Conjunction is happening in Aries. Your lifestyle gets an epic reset, whether you consent to it or not. You won't be able to ignore something you've been avoiding. Your body will be your messenger. Stress is going to come from your career, marriage, or parenting, and it will impact your friendships or bottom line, especially with Chiron, the wounded healer, still in your sign until June. This is when hidden hurts around your worth, money, and physical pain connect. You will need to rest to recover. Over the summer, stress could come from child support issues, addiction, or politics. Go to the beach or connect with a life coach. At a very least, get your thoughts down on paper. Subscribe to our Health is Wealth series. Episode 1 covers Neptune and Saturn in your sign. It's important. You'll also get my superfood recipes to help with stress and burnout. I know money's been funny since 2018. One day you're flush, the next the coffers are dry. In the spring, you'll think before you spend, especially in social settings. You'll use money in healthier ways, and new tools or conversations will help you earn differently. It's not about doing more. This is about doing what worked. By the fall, trust issues could come back around if a partner, personal or professional, exhausts your time, money, or energy. You will feel it emotionally and physically. An old debt could also pop up. Either an institution or someone close to you has their hand out. Now, I'll cover this kind of financial stress in our Health is Wealth series because the health of your relationships impacts your money. If you subscribe, you get 50% off each episode. There is a link in the description. So Aries, in 2026, you gotta slow down. Choose people who respect your limits and treat your alone time like gold. Your health improves the moment you stop flexing. Happy New Year, Aries. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. Taurus, in 2026, you'll continue to build your legacy. The pressure will not be subtle, but it's a different feeling. Your public life, career, status, reputation has been your backstory for years. That won't change for another 20. But this year will be more demanding. A big job decision, maybe a leadership role or retirement or in title, like married, divorced, parent, or grandparent, will be pulled between the person people know you as and the person you're becoming. You want freedom. First, figure out what you want to be free from. Then make a game plan. Everything else that happens on a micro level is being influenced by this. The energy is challenging. It's also empowering, right up your alley. All last year, people showed up at random times and unexpected places. Friends, professional contacts, social media followers, some were real, others were bots. But connections have grown in quality, right? So keep focusing on a side hustle, kids, or your dating life. In March, you'll know what and who's worth it, even if that means continuing to scale back. By the spring, your social and professional life need to be simple. Here I am. What's going on? How can I help? Person, problem, solution. This way, in the summer, you'll have more freedom to go on weekend getaways, take online courses, and continue to grow your relationships without feeling drained by them. Now, the real stress, however, will come from career versus home responsibilities. You'll definitely feel this mid-year. The question is, what will success cost you at home? You will get hit on both ends. Your public life is exploding while you're moving, renovating, or taking care of your parents. This doesn't mean bad. It does signal extra pressure, especially during the eclipses in August. Now, another time to watch is November. Your career, marriage, or parenting style will put pressure on your personal life. Kids, projects, dating. Destiny is at play and your public life has the upper hand, but you need to get your home life in order and find ways not to completely sacrifice your personal life. You've been channeling pain into some kind of hidden talent for years. In February, these talents get put to good use. This is the great Neptune-Saturn conjunction. I know you've been preparing, but you're not ready yet. You cannot have any doubt. This is about healing what you don't talk about, like the fears that keep you up at night and how you typically deal with them. Addictions, overthinking, procrastination, overworking. Now, over the next several years, you'll shred the last of your security blanket. I'm sorry, but it's preventing you from making money, building trustworthy friendships, or having the career of your dreams. So over the summer, stress will not stay hidden. This isn't about sudden illness. It's about how confidence or safety issues live in your body. You'll feel extra tired when you undervalue yourself or push past your limits. By the end of August, the people you surround yourself with will affect your health. For example, one group wants to go on a yoga retreat to Costa Rica, another insists on a psychedelic rave in Ibiza. It's why I created the Health is Wealth series. Each month, I'm going to show you how what's happening impacts your health. I also share my favorite superfood recipes for anxiety and detox because I know you've had enough. Change has been your only constant since 2018. You've probably felt like Alice in Wonderland. Now apply all the lessons to how you earn, spend, and save. Expect changes in your income streams, pricing, and priorities in general. This will be stressful, but you wouldn't be prepared to handle it if all that other shit didn't happen. Now, if you continue to invest in yourself, you will find freedom. Just one more thing, and this involves your chart ruler. Venus retrograde will show you how far you've come in your relationships. By the end of the year, if you're still overcommitting to your spouse or clients, it's got to end. Or if someone from your past knocks, do not open the door for old drama. And I will cover this in Health is Wealth. The health of your relationships dictates your quality of life. When you subscribe, you get 50% off each episode. So I put a link in the description. So Taurus, in 2026, keep taking care of your mental health, especially when your career and home life get tense. Choose quality friends and colleagues over quantity and schedule time off. You cannot burn out before reaching the finish line. Happy New Year, Taurus. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. Gemini, 2026 starts with a question. Does this life still fit? What you thought success should look like is changing. It's not sustainable given your everyday responsibilities, and your body will continue to feel it. For the better part of 20 years, you need to guard against burnout. Every political grandstand or slur, however, wipes you out, but in February, your belief system gets reset. You could join an organization or volunteer effort. Maybe you publish a book or create a support circle to share how what's happening in the world makes people feel. Over the last year, your career or status has been on the rise, but family demands or old baggage has been a block, right? It's probably felt impossible to be everywhere at once, even though that's your MO. So here's what someone told me: carry on traditions, heal generational trauma. In March, your living situation could change. A parent or child could move in or out. You might relocate for your career. Whatever happens, play it safe. Think about the end goal. By early summer, supportive partners, personal and professional, will help. This is when and how you'll know they're the real deal. If you can collaborate, you'll relieve pressure in your marriage or at work. Late summer, however, will test your bandwidth. This feels like information overload. Everyone is going to have an opinion on everything from your religious and political beliefs to which podcast hosts you subscribe to. Drown them out. Otherwise, you'll feel scattered and mentally drained when you're pulled into conversations that have no bearing on your life direction. Even if your kids or lover throws a temper tantrum at the grocery store, put an end to it. Their behavior reflects on your reputation. Another tricky time is November. I don't know if your sibling's being a bully, you're having it out with an online troll, or you're literally disputing a civil matter. But destiny's at play, and you've got the mic on this one, so speak your truth. Your social life has been off for years. Now you'll get to the bottom of it. In February, there is a great conjunction between Saturn and Neptune. It has to do with your friendships, professional contacts, or how much you're making. There's hidden stress around money and trust because it will impact your career or public image. Involved shared finances like business loans or joint bank accounts, and it ties back to your faith, what you believe in. But you're learning that success without support costs too much. Mid-year, you'll go inward to think about the role you've played. Subscribe to Health is Wealth. It was designed to focus on how external pressures show up as stress in the body, and I will share my favorite superfood recipes for burnout and detox. There are 2 eclipses in August. Your career or public image is changing, and while change can be good, it can also be stressful because I know your mental health has felt hijacked since 2018. One day you're hosting dinner parties, the next you're hiding under the covers. It feels like a hangover. Now as Uranus enters Gemini in July, those sudden mood swings will be more physical. You can't hide them. Your body or identity, how people see you, is going to change. And here it is again: your education, travel, political, or religious beliefs. These are either your stressors or your medicine over the next 8 years, your choice. I will cover this in Health is Wealth. You get 50% off each episode when you subscribe. There is a link in the description. We are not talking about Mercury retrograde here. You're so beyond that. 2026 is about the eclipses in Virgo, ruled by Mercury, and Uranus in Gemini. That's what you need to prepare for. Now, by the end of the year, your schedule and habits need to make you happy. So let me put it this way: your happiness is tied to your physical and mental health. Dating, sports, self-employment, your kids, if they keep throwing a wrench in the works, maybe consider hiring help or not having another glass. Your health improves when joy and rest are necessities, not rewards. So Gemini 2026 is not stress-free, but it is manageable without ghosting or becoming a shell of yourself, even when someone questions your beliefs. Happy New Year, Gemini. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. Cancer 2026 has a financial focus, specifically money you share. This could be a spouse, like a joint bank account, or it could be college tuition. The point is, this isn't play money. There's an emotional connection, a dependency that impacts either your social life or your bottom line. You need transparency. Continue to ask questions and research. Your friends and colleagues will be great sounding boards. Then put a plan in motion. Consolidate debt. put assets in a trust, set up a 529. These are the things you'll work on in the background over the next 20 years. Now, for a year, you've been pulled towards the big picture. Experiences like travel, education, or self-development have changed your perspective. You likely see your local environment or connections differently. Now, the good thing is you're not spending so much time bar hopping, tinkering, gossiping, or fighting with your sibling. You're playing the long game now. The rest is just noise. In March, something could happen around town or on social media. It will either align with your macro level plans or completely fall short, deal or no deal. Then starting in the summer and for the next year, your finances will change. This is either more money in or more expenses. It's tied to your work or health, like signing up for a gym membership, paying vet bills, getting a promotion, hiring a nutritionist. Around the same time, you get a financial reality check. Again, shared resources. Your self-worth will be tested, especially if money impacts your emotional security. It feels like being torn between independence and reliance. In August, if you feel resentful, take it as a sign you will likely have the money talk. By November, you'll need to take action. You have a planetary pileup in your money zone, and the nodes of destiny are involved. You could merge your personal resources with someone, use your savings to pay down debt, or transfer a percentage of your paycheck into an investment account. Something about your career or social status sets this in motion as early as February during the Great Conjunction. This has everything to do with your public life. You could get married, baptize a child, or mentor after retirement. There's a commitment involved. It's been a sore spot for years. It's both financial and emotional. At the top of the summer, the energy shifts. You might feel betrayed or realized certain groups, personal or professional, aren't helping your finances. And this will be stressful, so subscribe to Health is Wealth. Each month I share how what's happening impacts your health. You'll also get my favorite superfood recipes for stress and burnout. By the end of August, you'll get a familiar ick. But remember, it is just noise. Other people's opinions have no influence over your big picture. Case closed, because I know you're over it. Your social life and earnings have been a game of chutes and ladders since 2018. One day you're up, the next day you're down. One quarter you reach green, but you close the year in red. In the spring, let it be. For the next 7 to 8 years, you're going to be in your own zone. Privately, you'll process whatever happened in your public life. Awareness is going to come in like lightning bolts, though, especially if you uncover secrets having to do with sex or money. So here's what to do. Make sure shared responsibilities are clear and fair. When everyone knows what's expected, there are less surprises. This is the definition of transparency. Now you can relax. By the end of the year, ask, is your home filled with laughter? Do you feel comfortable introducing your date to your kids? Do your family responsibilities leave little time to have fun? I will cover all of this in Health is Wealth. Your nervous system will thank you when your home feels like a refuge, not another job. You get 50% off each episode when you subscribe, and I put a link in the description. So Cancer, 2026 is the year to simplify your money, build back trust with those deserving of it, and let go of people who don't support you emotionally, physically, or financially. Happy New Year, Cancer. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. Leo, 2026 will show you what commitment looks and feels like. Your relationships, romantic and business, will test your patience, empower you, and directly impact your home life for the next 20 years. How much of yourself do you give, and what do you get in return? This could be your spouse, clients, or parents, especially if it involves buying or selling property or working together in a family business. Whether your marital status changes, you move in with someone, or relocate for work, who you commit to will reflect on your public image. Now, since last year, you've been consolidating or detangling assets, likely spending more time, money, and energy than you earned or received. It's been hard to watch your bank account drop or face self-esteem issues tied to money. Now, instead of relying solely on your own income or effort, look for smarter ways to share resources emotionally and financially. And keep an eye out on March. You could get a payday. Money in will help you pay off debt or put down a deposit, or this could be a boundary moment. It should, however, bring relief, even if it's uncomfortable at first. Now, by the summer and for the next year, Jupiter moves through Leo and you're back. Sporting events, play dates, fun getaways, creative side hustles, anything you touch will turn to gold. This glow up will also strengthen your relationships. I mean, who can resist fun Leo, and what Leo can resist feeding into that attention? But in August, there could be doubt. You're used to being the star, not sharing the spotlight. Or you could feel more on display than usual. Being the life of every party is a heavy weight to carry. Now, by November, you'll have to drop a few pounds, literally or figuratively. The nodes of fate are involved, so remember your commitments should your ego inflate. Power couples don't fly solo. You've been torn up about the state of our nation. The Great Conjunction in February completely resets your big picture. This could mean your religious or political beliefs, or how you handle shared responsibilities and pressure. A difference of opinion has been a trigger for years. Maybe you don't believe marriage is the key to a successful relationship, or college isn't needed to land your dream job. Now in June, the pressure impacts your career or status: married, divorced, CEO, retired, parent, grandparent. And by August, trust issues come back around. It will be stressful. Subscribe to our Health is Wealth series. I will show you when and how stress shows up. I'll also share my favorite superfood recipes for burnout and detox, because your career or marriage has pulled you in every direction since 2018. You landed big opportunities overnight and might have lost them just as quickly. Now in the spring, sudden changes will shake up your social life. Over the next 8 years, your friendships, networks, and goals will morph out of the blue. If you get married, you might not have time for your friends. If you retire, there is no need for networking events. It's out with the old, in with the new. By the end of the year, you'll need to have a heart-to-heart with your partner, parents, or a roommate. This isn't a trap. It's an opportunity to clear the air. If things get tense at home, you might make a move. Read the fine print on everything, from mortgages, deeds, and property taxes to security camera policies and how many cars you can park in the driveway. Now, I'll cover all of this in my Health is Wealth series. Stress at home can impact your career or marriage. You get 50% off each episode when you subscribe. There's a link in the description. So, Leo, 2026 is when you learn if you're meant to be, or if love isn't enough. Make sure you build a life where your energy, not just your image, is protected, and choose your partners wisely. Happy New Year, Leo. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. Virgo, you will start 2026 on a health kick, even if you have a few stumbles. Icy sidewalks are going to make it hard to walk the dog. Busted water mains are going to detour your bike route. You are going to drop your phone in the snow when you're running, and frozen carburetors are going to land you late to work. Now, weather aside, over the next 20 years, you may feel like one step forward, two steps back. Stay calm and carry on. You've been caught in me versus we drama since last January. For better or worse, your partnerships, personal and professional, have been make or break. In one way or another, your life direction has changed. In March, someone could issue an ultimatum if you don't release your grip. Make plans with your partner, get a couples massage, or just stop needing to be in control all the time. You're stirring the pot. Now, mid-year, you could have what the community calls a spiritual awakening. Your home life and relationships will impact your mental health. That said, there is magic in silence as long as you don't fall off the wagon. Being sleep deprived will do you no favors this summer. You're going to need to be alert to juggle your responsibilities, especially when your patience is tested and stress makes it hard to prioritize. Now, if you are still running in circles, you will burn out in August during eclipse season. November is another red flag. You have to step back, not push harder. Even if you're doing shadow work with the nodes of destiny activated, you need a break, which means you've got to stop putting pressure on yourself. Pets absorb stress. Your mood carries into the office. And if you're in your head all the time, you will miss appointments and opportunities. Now, success in 2026 requires strategy and support. The Great Conjunction in February will show you who's reliable. When the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, it's a sign. You've felt financially or emotionally manipulated for years, and it's a long list from your clients, doctors, and coworkers to your kids, spouse, or whoever you're dating. Subscribe to Health is Wealth. We are going to talk about it. You're also going to get superfood recipes to help with stress and burnout. Now, by the summer, you could lose faith in our systems. For some of you, this could literally be a drawn-out legal battle, or you might elope. Your logic is why the big charade when you can put your money towards an epic honeymoon. I mean, how many times since 2018 have you said, "What's the point?" A talking head has your support one day, then breaking news. They lied. Starting this spring, it will suddenly click. You'll marry whoever doesn't cause drama. You'll take the job only if the clock out time is reasonable. And when it comes to parenting, I think you'll let your kids find their own way, even if they shock you. That said, by the end of the year, you will reconsider some of your choices. If your neighborhood grocery store is too expensive, if you really need the latest model car or phone, if your relatives feel more like a peanut gallery, or if your feed is nothing but hype. I will cover this in our Health is Wealth series. You get 50% off each episode when you subscribe, so I put a link in the description. Who you interact with influences what you believe in and affects your well-being. So Virgo 2026 is about routines and, shocker, partnerships. It's not over yet. Support people who support you and don't throw time away. Happy New Year, Virgo. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. Libra, in 2026, continue to focus on what makes you happy. Your kids, your dating life, or a side business are shifting your life direction over the next 20 years. Some days you'll feel high on life. Others, you'll fight for every dollar and thank you. Now, at the top of the year, you could feel extra indulgent, wanting to spend more on your children, business, or dates. But there are strings attached, tied to emotional or shared financial obligations like child support or a business loan. Newsflash, love and respect shouldn't cost a dime. Since last year, you've been on a mission to get your life in order. New fitness routines, scheduling tools. You probably started listening to podcasts about the mind. I like Headspace. Try that one out. March is specifically mental health focused. Having a creative outlet is the best way to channel this energy. Otherwise, you could fall back on old ways like drinking or isolating yourself. Don't go down the rabbit hole. Subscribe to our Health is Wealth series. I am going to show you when and where stress will spike. I also am going to share my favorite superfood recipes for burnout and detox. You'll want to have your ducks in a row mid-year. This is an active time. It feels like long walks with the dog and weekend volleyball with your neighbors. Perfect for sharing what you've learned about your health and work-life balance. Keep learning. You might even take some courses. Now lean on your routines over the summer. This has everything to do with your personal life. The nodes of fate are aiding Pluto. You're being pushed to be more creative, to laugh and play like no one's watching. You'll remove yourself from networks or circles if you feel like you're trying too hard. Or if your business isn't making enough money, you'll search for creative ways to share your value. In August, there's a reset coming in your social life. This is out with the old, in with the new energy. It will, however, be stressful. Another time to watch is November. Your friends might push you to do something that no longer makes you feel happy. Please think about this. It's just not worth it. Let's face it, Libra, your relationships have been a sore spot for years. You want healthy partnerships. The Great Conjunction in February makes that clear. This is when your relationships and your health connect. Responsibilities at home to your kids or business, however, will make it challenging to cater to everyone's needs, yours included. That is the purpose of Chiron, the wounded healer, not to punish you, to help you heal. He focuses on a certain area of our lives for several years, then he moves on to the next. So in June, fears around money, trust, and even death need to be worked out. By the end of the summer, you'll have tweaked your schedule to accommodate all the things. So that's cool. Now I know private topics have felt like public landslides since 2018. One day you think you're in love or debt-free, the next you find a sneaky link or hidden statement. From gurus to attorneys, get the help you never expected you'd need. Randomly explore places that make you feel alive again, or get bursts of relief by pouring your pain into a book. Maybe it's about how to successfully merge assets after marriage or co-parent after divorce. Now, by the end of the year, you'll review your budget. Line items will show leaks. Look for impulse purchases, especially tied to quick fixes like anti-aging or weight loss. Data doesn't lie. Your financial footprint will show you how you're coping externally with betrayal, loss, or stress, and I will cover this in our Health is Wealth series. When you subscribe, you're going to get 50% off each episode. There is a link in the description because your well-being is tied to your financial and emotional stress. So Libra, in 2026, stress will move from your relationships to your shared resources, time, money, and energy. But you're in creative control. Just stick to your schedule. Happy New Year, Libra. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. Scorpio, in 2026, your home life will continue to rumble. From childhood trauma to real estate wins over the next 20 years, all things domestic get a makeover, and you are going to feel this personally. In February, expect a wrestling match. Your opponent, a committed partner, romantic or business. This could mean someone moves in or out. You buy or sell property with someone. You might start a family business or work remote assisting clients from home. As long as all parties play fair, you're golden. Keep watching, because since last year, you've been trying to go with the flow, right? Sending your kids to camp, not putting so much pressure on a first date, trying new marketing campaigns for your business. Maybe you just picked up a guitar in between Zooms. But on the flip side, you probably stopped hanging out with or taking advice from people who have never been in your shoes. March will put pressure on your social life. Something comes to an end. You might block someone on social, leave an organization, or unsubscribe from a platform not producing ROI. Your happiness or a big goal is at risk. This is what we'll talk about in our Health is Wealth series, and I'll give you my favorite superfood recipes for anxiety and burnout. Mid-year, your attention will go to your career. Promotions, recognition, more clients, and I understand that some of you are the CEO of the home or you're retired. So put this into context. What are you known for in the world? Whatever that is, it's expanding and it's connected to more money or expenses, more creative control, or free time. Now this summer, pay attention to your family and set boundaries with your boss. For the next year plus, your home and work life will have you split into. The purpose is to learn how to balance them. If you overcommit in any area, you'll suffer. Some of you might also be caring for elderly parents. Try to see your role as an honor, an act of respect, appreciation, even if you're missing work or sorting through estate matters. In August, expect a fresh start in your career, relationship status, or role as a parent. It will impact your reputation. Another time to watch is November. There's a pile of energy hitting your public life. Something is changing and it's tied to your family, like selling your childhood home or relocating for work. While change can be good, it can also be stressful. Your health has been an issue for years. The Great Conjunction in February connects the dots. You need consistent routines, creative outlets, and intelligent conversations, and a quiet home life. Easier said than done. You've been carrying pain and chaos for so long, it's your new normal. Starting in June, you'll experience a different kind of pain. It feels like heartbreak. You could dissolve an operating agreement, lose a big client, or fall out of love. Before the days cool, you'll end situationships or hustles. Then you'll spend the next several years healing from the actual loss. Your relationships have been a roller coaster since 2018. One day you're signing on the dotted line, the next you're burning evidence. Now the surprises will pull back the curtain on your private life. There will be wins. You could sell your home off market for way above asking price. There could also be grief, potentially connected to an inheritance, debt, or alimony. I will cover this in our Health is Wealth series. Family secrets are tearing you up inside. When you subscribe, you get 50% off each episode, so I put a link in the description. By the end of the year, give yourself a checkup. Think about how your relationships, romantic and business, make you feel. Attractive? Disrespected? Lonely? Inspired? Your physical and mental health are linked to the quality of your partnerships. So Scorpio in 2026, continue to go with the flow. No more relationship roller coasters. A peaceful home will help. Happy New Year, Scorpio. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. Sagittarius, in 2026, you will not be able to sit still. You'll take courses, walks, and talks are going to become a must, or your posts will go viral. You're on the front line of how we communicate with each other over the next 20 years, especially when it comes to topics like mental health and spirituality. Get ready to state your case in February. It's a long list, but you'll have words with either a relative, neighbor, coworker, contractor, or your pet. You want to see movement, like get over what I said 10 years ago. Quit complaining about company culture when you're the problem, or listen to me. Stop peeing in the house. All last year, you tried to mend fences at home, but in order to do this, you had to scale back at work, extend an olive branch, or change your parenting style. Your reputation will be on the line in March. You could quit your job, retire, or your kid might fly the nest. You'll go back and forth with a boss, parent, or spouse. You're closing out a chapter, okay? By mid-year, you'll focus on the big picture: travel, education, your faith, or a legal matter. And I understand all of you are not in school or traveling the world. Think about this as learning through a life experience. Like you read something profound and it changes your perspective. Bigger house, more floodlights, new bundle of joy, more responsibility. By the summer, you'll finally find the words. And for the next year plus, everything you think or say will have meaning. It feels like conversations with your barista over what's really hidden under the Egyptian pyramids or who's fit to represent our country. Now, the catch is you have to know what you're talking about and stand by it. And this could land you on the other side of the fence. Turn your talking stick into a peace pipe before Judge Judy slams the gavel. Holidays and carpool scheduling are no fun when sibling and neighbor rivalry sour the air. Now in August, your big picture becomes a blank canvas. Don't shy away from this, even if the leap feels scary. If I had to give this energy a cute little title, I would say the world is your oyster. Another time to watch is November. There's so much happening. Again, perspective, learning through life experiences, for some of you legal matters. When out there gets too loud, keep it local. Go for a walk or a drive. Otherwise, you'll get into some toxic standoff with a troll who just wants your reaction. Years ago, your heart was broken. The Great Conjunction in February will push your recovery forward. This could have to do with a sports injury, failed venture, fallout with your kid, or a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's time to laugh again, play again, love again. Starting in June, you'll see that self-love's the key. Treat yourself like a prize. Fitness, nutrition, hydration, sleep. Put it all on the calendar. Get a puppy, because over the next few years, this is where resentment and burnout can creep in if you're doing too much at the office or you get sick of a never-ending to-do list around the house. These are the topics we'll cover in our Health is Wealth series. I will share my favorite superfood recipes for anxiety and burnout. Before the dog days of summer are over, something will change at home. You could reconnect with your childhood sweetheart, put a for sale sign up, or close out an estate. This is the fresh start that will help bring your happy back. I know your health has been up and down since 2018. One day you feel like a go-getter, the next you're treading water. Now the plot twists hit your relationships. Grab an Aries, they can tell you all about it, and we will talk about this in our Health is Wealth series. When you subscribe, you get 50% off each episode. There is a link in the description. You could suddenly meet the one or experience a shocking case of bad timing. You'll know if your lifestyles match. Pay attention to how they greet your neighbors. See how they interact with your relatives and coworkers. It will be stressful at times, like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, but this is also speak now or forever hold your peace energy. By the end of the year, you'll need to clear skeletons. Popping Tylenol to get through the day or drowning yourself to sleep will only keep them lingering. Take a look at your social life. One bad apple spoils the barrel. This is another opportunity to heal from the inside out. As long as you respect your routines, eat clean, be of service, choose morning yoga over late nights at the bar. So Sagittarius 2026 is very health focused. You've got some changes at home and in the love department in store, but you can speak your happiness into existence. So say it, mean it. Happy New Year, Sagittarius. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. Capricorn, 2026 continues to shift your personal finances. I will cut to the chase. It's all about who you know. If you want a higher paying job or to grow your business, you gotta get out there and mix and mingle. For the next 20 years, a portion of your income will come through networking and engagement. In February, you're gonna set some big money goals. This is spend money to make money energy. You could literally become a professional poker player, or you might invest in the stock market or one of your own passion projects, and you will take risks. Now, these bets could also be on love or kids, like saving for tuition or a ring. Over the last year, you have found your voice. You've been speaking up for yourself. For the boss of the zodiac, it was actually more challenging than you'd expect, perhaps, because telling your side of the story involved big topics like religion or politics, and for some of you, this happened in a courtroom or through some kind of ceremony, an initiation. There will be a major turning point in March. This feels like case closed, but you're going to have to sift through emails and paperwork. By mid-year, you'll focus on the private details. If you moved, your neighborhood's property taxes or HOA dues might be higher. You could be dealing with attorney's fees or debt. Maybe you bought a new car. There's the feeling of overextension, but it's also an opportunity. So if you feel overwhelmed, exposed, manipulated, write poetry or song lyrics, read books that help you process what's going on. Definitely rest. Just set a timer. Your sign is more prone to sleeping in right now. Now, the summer is all about assets, yours and somebody else's. And for the next year plus, everything you earn, save, or invest will be taken seriously. But these are the nodes of fate. The purpose is for you to become financially independent so you're not emotionally dependent on other people, and this will be intense. It involves shared resources like loans, taxes, alimony, and inheritances. It's also psychological, like the weight of the debt is a stressor. Even if you receive an investment or a loan, there's an obligation, right? In August, shared resources, time, money, and energy get a reset, whether you're ready or not. This is happening. I'm telling you in advance so you can prepare. Another time to watch is November. Mars, Jupiter, and the South Node are all in your death and rebirth house. It feels like you're gripping onto something, a trauma bond, a fear of commitment. It's a test. It goes back to having financial confidence, which, by the way, does not happen overnight. Even millionaires, billionaires have some sort of deep-rooted financial trigger. Now, a few years back, something happened at home. It hurt. The Great Conjunction in February will push your healing forward. You might have had a fallout with your spouse, parent, or roommate. You could have been sorting through things that happened as a kid. It's time to build a life that feels like home. Starting in June, you'll realize funds the foundation. Do you like interior design or flipping properties? How about putting up a basketball hoop for the kids? Or maybe you want to bring your date back to the jacuzzi, because over the next few years, anxiety could pop up if you're not making time for your personal life. And we will cover this in our Health is Wealth series. I'm going to share my favorite superfood recipes for stress and burnout. Before fall hits, you will complete a big project. Think back to March. There was a lot of communication, emails, texts, talks with your relatives or neighbors, movement, relocation, contracts, courses. Something finally wraps up. I know your love life, business, or kids have thrown curveballs since 2018. One date there's potential, the next your friend's calling with an excuse to get you out of there. Now the game changers uproot your work and health. You will definitely have to talk about this in our Health is Wealth series. When you subscribe, you get 50% off each episode, and I posted a link in the description. You could suddenly get on a super health kick. You're running, you're going to the gym every day, you're eating healthy, spending money doing it, but then you miss a day, which turns into a couple of weeks, and then you're back at it again. Or this could have to do with an injury that pops up, goes away, comes back at the most random times. This could also be related to work. Like maybe you're a freelancer and 1 month you're slammed, other months no action. You'll feel both exhilarated and stressed. By the end of the year, you'll take a look at your social life. Remember when I said that your money is tied to your public relationships? Use this time to think about who you're connected with. If they're supporting your goals, how can you better assist them? Should you mix love, business, and friendships? This is another opportunity in the happiness department, though. It feels like taking a date to a charity event and introducing them to your friends or colleagues, or running a 5K with your kids and making it an annual tradition. So Capricorn, you'll be money-minded in 2026. There are secrets and fears to deal with, specifically at home. One thing's for sure, you'll hit your debt ceiling. Happy New Year, Capricorn. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a Aquarius, your reinvention tour continues in 2026. Your career and social status are on the rise over the next 20 years. That's Pluto and Aquarius. You're being primed for leadership roles and parenthood. It's the legacy path. So in February, you're ready to pivot in a new direction, from your haircut to how your home life reflects your identity. You could get married, buy a home, or become a parent. You'll slam the reset button. Now, all last year, you were finding new ways to make money. Some of you landed a higher paying job. Others retired and reworked investment accounts. The purpose was to actually change your relationship with money and face any misconceptions around not having enough or trusting that you're more than what you have. You will let go of something in March. It feels like an emotional or financial debt paid, but you'll have to come out of pocket or believe you're deserving. By mid-year, you'll prioritize your relationships, romantic and business. If you took on a business loan, your relationship is with the bank or an investor. If you put money down on ads, you could bring in more clients. If you are working with a financial advisor, you'll gain more knowledge about your money. And if you get married, you'll be sharing your paycheck. Now, by the summer, you'll start a me versus we dance-off. And for the next year plus, everything you do or say will likely need to be run by someone else before a decision is made. But these are the nodes of fate, and the North Node is in Aquarius now. You have to take the lead. This will feel uncomfortable at best. Again, your life now involves someone else, but you're devoting yourself. In August, your partnerships will get a reset. You either put in the work and you're ready to take these next steps, or something happens and you're thrown into a commitment. Now you know. Who and what will you choose? Now, another time to watch is November. There's so much energy in your house of self-awareness. Your partnerships will be demanding, but again, the nodes are involved. You have the upper hand, and that doesn't mean coercing someone. It means lead by example in your relationships. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Find common ground through mutual respect. So a few years ago, you said or you heard something you wished you hadn't. Maybe it involved a relative, neighbor, your favorite bartender. It had something to do with your finances or your mental health, and it changed how others see you or how you see them. Fair? In February, during the Great Conjunction, now you get to set the record straight. Starting in June, all roads point back to home. It's time to heal from the past, and this can go way back to childhood, even generations. Would it have hurt so much if you felt safe, respected, loved as a child? I'll cover this in our Health and Wealth series. I'll also share my favorite superfood recipes for depletion and sadness. Now, before the leaves fall, you'll hit a money milestone. Think back to March. You were paying off an emotional or financial debt. Do you now have more savings and energy, or are you still struggling to pay yourself back and recover? Let's hope it's not a double whammy. Watch your full forecast, okay? Your living situation has been here and there since 2018. One minute you're hanging art, the next your bags are packed. Moving on, the shakeups will hit your personal life. You could fall in love at first sight, get pregnant unexpectedly, invent something people don't quite get but have to have, or win the lottery. I'm not even kidding. Anything that makes you happy will just appear, but could leave as quickly, and this will be stressful. So we'll look into this in our health and wealth series. When you subscribe, you get 50% off each episode. I did post a link in the description. By the end of the year, you'll refine your public image. Remember what I said about priming your legacy. Use this time to think about what you want to be known for. Do you want to be married or have children? Is it time to retire? Are you in the right career for you? This is another opportunity to straighten things out at home. You might put your house in a trust or take a remote position to spend more time with your family. Even if you need to learn about estate planning or acquire skills to pad your resume, knowing which direction you're going will ease some of the pressure. So Aquarius, you will have to deal with demanding partnerships in 2026. You'll also have to let go of the past to move forward, but at the end of the day, you're more in control of your destiny than you think you are. Happy New Year's, Aquarius. If you found value in your forecast, please help me grow our community. Like, subscribe, share, comment, it all helps. And if you're stressed, have a look at our new Health is Wealth series. Saturn needs us to take self-care seriously in 2026. Pisces, you'll continue to explore life's mysteries in 2026. How you heal or self-sabotage depends on how you deal with stress. For the next 20 years, you'll either channel pressure into art or allow vices to rule your life. This has to do with the big picture, like your political or religious beliefs. Some of you will become spiritual guides or healers. Others will seek mentorship. In February, you'll dive deep into self-development. Everyone you meet, everywhere you go, will be a learning opportunity. You could get Reiki certified or uncover some hidden enemies in the bushes. Keep an eye on the people you interact with on a daily basis. Who are the people in your neighborhood? All last year, you were changing things about yourself, your style, your body, your life direction. But in order to feel comfortable in your own skin, you likely had to let go of some relationships that made you feel less than. You will end old relationship patterns in March. It feels like the breaking of a trauma bond, but you'll have to believe in yourself and stand on your own 2 feet. By mid-year, health becomes your focus. If you suffered a loss in love or business, now the real work begins. Was it because you didn't feel good enough? Were you sick or injured and a partner showed their true colors? Or maybe this has to do with your career. Please watch for burnout in 2026. This is why I designed our Health is Wealth series to share where and when stress can show up in the body. I'll also give you my favorite superfood recipes for stress and exhaustion. By the summer, you'll connect the dots between your mental and physical health. And for the next year plus, your healing journey will be and meditation and eating clean, talking to a therapist or astrologer and hitting the bike trail, getting regular checkups and exploring alternative treatments. These are uncharted waters. You become your own beta test. Now in August, you will start a new health routine. You can either take small bites of the elephant now, or something might happen that forces a change of lifestyle. A holistic approach is where it's at. Now, another time to watch is November. Mars, Jupiter, the South Node are all in your 6th house of work, health, pets, and service to others. When I had something similar, my dog was back and forth to the vet. He's my priority, but it really threw off my work schedule and our daily routines, our walks. At the end of the day, I did get to the bottom of it. I worked with the vet, but I also changed his diet. I shortened his walks, and I now give my senior dog CBD oil. He's a Dalmatian. That breed can't digest purines, and they are prone to anxiety. So while all of you may not have pets, apply something like this to your own life. The priority is work and health. Now, a couple of years ago, you took a financial hit. It really rattled your self-esteem or your self-worth. You might have had to sell some things or liquidate an investment. Regardless, hard-earned cash has taken on a whole new meaning. You are spending and saving differently. In February, during the Great Conjunction, now you get to be the comeback kid. And starting in June, you'll learn the art of timing and delivery. It will help you recover from communication backlash. This feels like forwarding a confidential email to the wrong person or telling your sister one of your brother's secrets. Don't post something on purpose to upset the trolls. By the time fall rolls in, you'll reach a personal goal. Think back to March. The focus was on your commitments, romantic and business. Are you in a committed relationship? Have you at least defined what a healthy partnership means to you? Your opinions and reactions have been left and right since 2018. There were drop the mic moments and apology texts by morning. Over the next few years, your home life will suddenly change. One night, someone could move in or out. You might unexpectedly become a parent or grandparent, or out of the blue, someone in your family might need treatment and you dive into researching homeopathic remedies. This isn't easy. Being able to navigate these issues is the purpose of our Health is Wealth series. When you subscribe, you get 50% off each episode. I posted a link in the description. Now, by the end of the year, you'll reflect on the meaning behind it all. Remember what I said about coming into your own faith in 2026. Now think back on your life experiences. What have you learned about yourself and the world? This is deep stuff, but another opportunity to learn. Before you take out student loans, does our government offer real aid? Is it ethical to go to court over an inheritance? Do you feel our information and privacy rights are just? So Pisces, you'll continue to be our moral and spiritual guides in 2026, but you will cut at least one cord. It's for your own health. Remember, timing and delivery, and you don't know what you don't know. Keep asking questions. You'll find the answers. Happy New Year's, Pisces. So there you have it. If you found value in your forecast, you'll love what's next. Episode 1 of our Health is Wealth series is live. Hidden Hurts breaks down the 2026 reset. I'm going to share exactly how stress and burnout show up in the body when Saturn and Neptune connect in Aries at a critical 0 degrees, where to slow down, what to prioritize, and how to protect your health as the world changes around us. In episode 2, I'll get you ready for eclipse season. The first one is going to be here before you know it, so let's talk about it so nothing catches you off guard. I posted links to the Health is Wealth subscription below. I'll see you soon.